Welcome to Third Eye, where Carl and I discuss things that we did, the production of our songs,
And the rest of it.
and the rest of it.
The rest of it. I don't know what the rest of it is.
I
was there.
That's what the discussion is about.
I was there. I don't remember doing it.
I don't remember any of this. This is the first episode where we talk about the song Wayne Kerr.
Yeah. Do you want to start with what inspired it?
The inspiration of this song, well, the lyrics at least.
I don't know where the riff came from.
I don't know where the riff came from.
I wrote the riff first, though, I think.
You did write the riff first, and then we filled in the rest.
I think I'd seen The Darkness, and then I came back from seeing The Darkness and went, I'm going to play obnoxious guitar through a Marshall.
Oh.
And then I had that riff and then wrote some stuff. And I think I just wrote the instrumental part and was like, oh, there's two parts of this. I think I jammed it with someone at the Musicians Club first. It's just like a freeform improvised jam.
Interesting.
And then I was like, yeah, cool, that works. I'm definitely keeping that.
And then we wrote a banger of a song.
Yeah, then we wrote the rest of the song, which was inspired by some unfortunate events.
Speaking of the unfortunate events,
do you want to talk about that, Logan?
Yes.
It was my mishaps.
It was
your property.
So we got offered to open. We opened for.
We won't say who.
We opened for some unnamed band. I don't know. They're not very popular.
You can't say that.
Okay, I'm sorry. We opened for some band. You won't know who they are. They were traveling, flying around. They needed some backline. So we're like, oh yeah, you can use our backline. You can use our amps. So, of course they used our amps, and then all was working with my bass amp when I played through it.
Yeah.
And then it got to their set, and they plugged into my bass amp. And then it was like, oh, that doesn't sound right. And then somehow someone said, oh, I think there's something wrong with the bass amp. I didn't get told about that.
I didn't get told about that either.
No one got told about that.
But yeah, it never sounded right again.
It didn't sound good again. And then a week later, when I went to plug into my bass amp, and no sound came out of it, it was like, it's broken.
You have to wonder, would you prefer it sounded bad or it was fully broken?
Well, it was pretty much fully broke.
Well, yeah.
You couldn't get sound out of it.
Do you want to talk about what setting the sound was on?
Well, the master was up to. The master was all the way up. There was also a lot of wacky pedals that went straight into it as well. So there was a lot of tone and effects that were pumped straight into it, probably at a ridiculous level.
I
don't know.
I didn't really pay attention.
I didn't pay attention to the pedals either. I just know that there was a lot being pumped into it, and it was it was very abrasive into the amp. And then I went to play my amp a week later, and it didn't work, and I was like, oh, that's upsetting. So I took it into the shop, the music shop, and they were like, yep, that doesn't work. We'll sort it out for you.
Yeah.
We just have to ship it to the other end of the country, to Auckland. I'm like, okay. And they're like, it should take a few weeks.
And then that sort of transitions into the other song that we're talking about.
And then that transitions to the
we'll
next
talk
song.
about that. We'll continue that story.
Stay tuned for part 2 of this story.
Next time.
But
this is like the two parallel...
Yes.
I never thought about it this way, but there's kind of two songs that really sort of inspired by the same events.
We did create a concept album.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
It will turn into a biopic of the destruction of my bass amp. But it broke.
Who's going to play you?
Oh. Justin Timberlake.
I knew you were going to say something outrageous.
Oh, Adam Lambert, of course.
Oh. Can we de-age Brian May?
we can deepfake Brian May.
Well, I just want him de-aged.
Yeah.
Do you just get that bloke that played him in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, we'll just get that guy.
Get that guy.
Looks the same.
Get that guy in to play me.
Yeah.
You probably have to age him up though.
Oh,
to look like this.
probably.
It's unfortunate.
Yes. Anyway, my amp broke, and then we were like, oh, we'll we'll talk to the band manager of that band.
Well, yeah, there's a group chat with a few people.
There's a group chat.
As there usually is with a gig. I don't know if people do that anymore, but some people do that.
We have a group chat to organise a gig and sort things out. But, you know, we had to bring up that my bass amp was dead. And
crispy.
it made a great tone of
cremated speaker.
Yeah, when you did that. So anyway, Carl sorted out with that group chat.
Well, I sorted out it's loose.
Well, I
pointed out
you pointed it out.
What do you call it? The misfortune of the
Yes.
unfortunate fate of that bass amplifier.
The passing of my speaker.
To which the response was wankers, lol. And we were just, that was kind of that. It's kind of where that song came from. That's about it.
That was the response from the band manager of the other band when we were like, oh, you know, you broke our amp. And he's like, wankers, lol. Left the group chat.
Yeah, so that, yeah, and you'll see that in the lyric video.
The lyric video is an exact replica of that group chat.
I can't remember what I put in the description of that video. I did write the description and made it funny. Well, I thought it was funny. My sense of humor's bad, but I said something like, "This is loosely based on true-ish events."
Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean,
the lyric video.
The lyric video is based on it's made up for entertainment, but it is pretty accurate. It's based on.
Wow, it's somewhat accurate.
Well, yeah, but the lyric video is pretty much what we.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you don't get it unless you know the story.
Yeah.
Now you know the story.
Now you know the story.
But if you're a fake fan and you don't listen to this, you don't know the story.
Exactly.
So.
But now you've got to listen to the next song, which is the continuation of this story.
Yeah, but we'll get to that.
But we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that
You're
later.
getting ahead of yourself.
I am.
Settle down.
I'm just hyping up the audience. You got to stay tuned.
Goodness me. Do people still say that on the internet, huh?
What?
Stay tuned.
Well, yeah.
It's just weird because it comes from radio.
Well, that's nice. I didn't know that. Fun fact.
Well, yeah, because you're tuned to the station.
Well, you know.
You don't do that on the internet.
You don't?
I don't know. I just type words.
Yeah.
Stay Googled?
Yeah.
That's bad. That doesn't sound good.
Stay connected.
Isn't that Facebook's slogan?
I don't know.
Was it LinkedIn?
Make sure your internet is connected to your modem.
Make sure you got enough dedicated wham.
Oh, how many people are going to get that one?
Too many is the sad truth of it.
Yes. So that's where the lyrics were inspired from.
Yeah, musically, I don't know. It's just sort of...
Musically, it just happened.
Musically, it just happened. I couldn't find the recording of the first practice that we did. It might not have recorded.
Probably didn't.
But I remember playing it, and you just went, "Oh, that was awesome!" And I'm sort of going, "Oh, I'm finally impressed."
No, I did like it.
The new bass player, because you were new.
I was new,
and you actually had opinions.
Yes, I have talent, and
do you see what I have to deal with?
No, it was very great. I mean, it was different from listening, like when I first was filling in. I had to learn and listen to the brooding stuff. So that was my first.
People still like that.
That was my first thing. Was just like I had to listen to the brooding songs, and then learn that. And it was just a different world I was entering. It was a different style of music I didn't usually play.
I just find it funny because for the brooding stuff, it was like, I mean, everyone was sort of on the same page creatively, and everyone just sort of goes, "Yeah, sounds good," or whatever. Like no one had like no one necessarily had a better idea than the idea that was there. I don't know if you did either. For most stuff, you just would tell me if it was a bad idea in the first place.
Well, yeah, but when we were writing all the new stuff, we had a lot of development in it and a lot of ideas from everyone. So I think that was good. It kind of turned out into like a big team project of how can we improve this, rather than just like, yeah, that first take was good.
Yeah.
So
There's some interesting first takes.
there were some interesting first takes. I'm glad that we smoothed them out.
Me mumbling my way through the songs.
Yeah,
Don't know what happened. My voice got better at some point. And
well, no, I mean,
I still don't know why.
I think there was a massive improvement from the demos to where we are now.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Because I didn't practice.
No.
I don't know. Ingve Malmsteen. I don't practice.
You know, you don't need to practice. I know Dimebag never practiced.
Why not?
Well, he's like, well, you don't need to practice if you're already good.
Oh.
And then he just never practiced, and then was just good.
Why am I practicing? Why do I practice?
We know why you need to practice.
Am I wasting my time?
Well, the whole concept of that is like you don't need to practice. Well, it's not practice if you're playing. If every time you're playing as a performance. So
What does that mean?
If you're in your bedroom, it's like you don't play to practice, you play to perform.
What?
I don't know.
That sounds completely illogical.
It makes sense in my brain, but it's not a very good thing to make sense.
It's a really weird tangent.
It is. It is.
How did we get there?
I don't know. Wayne Kerr. Our song.
Yeah. Shall we listen to one of those old demos?
We can listen to one of the old demos. Do you want the first one or do you want the... Because...
The one that's labelled demo is the newest one.
Yeah.
I want to hear the oldest one.
You want to hear the oldest one. So the one labelled demo was the one that sent to Tom.
Yeah, I think so. Tom was the engineer for the actual recording at Sublime.
Yeah. He had to listen to this, unfortunately.
No, you're listening to the first one, not the demo.
But yeah, we're going to listen to the first one, which is where it all started.
Which I think I briefly listened to this. I'm going to be absolutely shocked, I think.
It improved, definitely. I'll put it in post so it actually sounds good, but...
I don't know where the vocal inspiration came from for this demo. I didn't have a second verse yet either.
No. The solo's really close.
Yeah, that was improvised.
Yeah.
I learned it later. From that.
And then
The second demo doesn't have that solo.
no. And then I wanted to make sure that we had a drum solo in this song, just to make it super epic.
We couldn't count that, can we?
No, the counting was not correct.
Oh, that is that one.
Yeah.
Is that the first time we played that?
I think it's the first time we played it, like, fully with a set structure. So that we were like, okay, this is like the start to the finish of the song. Because we had, like, the chorus and stuff, and then it was just like, okay, we'll have a drum solo here. But I think that was the first time it was just like, let's play this song start to finish.
Yeah, no, because when I found that demo, I didn't realise that was that take.
Mm.
I thought I'd lost that take. I thought that take was a lot worse.
I think, well...
it's actually not as bad as I thought it might be.
It's not the worst. Obviously, we smoothed it out a lot. But I don't think we were like, oh, let's key in some tones, let's key in some actual, consistency.
Yeah, I mean, nothing but I don't think anything changed majorly from there.
Nothing changed majorly. I mean, the drum solo, we refined and shortened it to a proper...
It's the same length.
No.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, I still haven't learned to count. That's okay.
That drum solo, that was like twice the length.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't count.
I know. But
it's okay. It's okay. I'm just a singer and guitar player. I don't need to count. That's rhythm section.
Yes. But
work.
Yeah, it's just like, well, we changed the solo. Well, refined the solo a bit to make it make sense.
Drum solo.
Made the drum solo proper. And then it was just like, how are you doing your vocals? And then also putting in the right words.
Yeah. I didn't wind up singing it like Cameo or something later on. I don't know. The ow. I don't know where all that was. I don't know where that came from.
No.
It's like nothing that I listen to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend
Right.
listening. I mean, thank God that's not on the final thing.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, it sounded really good in the room at the time. And then
I probably screwed it up when I mixed it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
blame the mixing, yeah.
It's the mix. It's the
It's
mix.
the mix,
It actually sounded like gold.
But it's not like we were recording that with high-tech equipment very much. It wasn't like everything's mic'd perfectly. It's more just like, let's just get a recording.
There was a mic on things.
There was a mic on things, but it wasn't like...
Oh, we didn't... Yeah, I didn't spend any time on it.
We didn't spend time
doing it. It was just the
doing it.
rehearsal
Yes,
space.
rehearsal. So...
Just with mics on things. I don't...
Yeah.
Mics.
Mics.
Do you want to listen to the actual demo thing?
We can listen to the actual
I think
demo.
the guitar solo I played completely different. I don't know...
Yeah.
I don't know at what point I decided that I would play that original one.
Mm.
But I must have gone through all the takes and gone, no, that one's the best.
Yeah.
At some point, which I usually do.
Yeah.
I did it for most of the stuff on Brooding as well. It was all improvised. And then if there was something that was recorded or whatever, or a solo that I was like, oh yeah, I like the way I played it today, what was that? And then I'll go and learn it.
I think the demo one is also where I actually learnt what the chords were. So I actually played the right things.
You still play different stuff,
I
though.
still play different things, which I can talk about later about how I write my bass lines. Because I do it somewhat on purpose. I do things the way I do it.
Yeah, some of it you did not do on purpose. It just happened to work.
I will. It just have. I'll talk about why after we listen to the demo. Is how I write my bass lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll listen to the... This was right before recording.
Yeah.
vocals better.
Yeah, the vocals way better. You put a guitar fill in there.
I don't know why. I learned to hit those notes better.
Well, that was completely different.
Yeah, I improvised it.
We had a proper drum solo that time.
Yeah, I think that was recorded to a click track too,
Ah, that would make sense.
from memory. We sort of, I don't know, we did prepare for the studio a little bit.
We prepared a bit. I think
A little
we had the, like, what we kind of thought the tempo would be.
We could have prepared more,
Oh, we could have prepared more.
but we didn't.
But we don't need to.
Well,
We should have.
yeah, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. But
Yeah, because I think we practiced to click tracks for a bit, and so that demo was the click track one. So we sort of knew where to come in after the drum solo there.
it's definitely a lot better. But I feel like the counting in that drum solo is a bit weird.
I don't know, I just can't count. Honestly, it would not matter if the counting was normal or weird. I just would still not know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm a guitar player. I don't have to count. That's someone else's job.
It's the rhythm section's job. That's my job to count.
If the snare drum is making my ears ring, I'm happy. That's good.
There you go.
I'm good. You know, I know what I'm doing.
Hmm.
But yeah, that solo's completely different for the guitar.
Oh, yeah. No, that was completely different. We definitely refined it.
Well, it was more like the first. That was just, I don't know what that was.
No.
I just improvised the solos, and then I must have got. I mean, that must have been like that demo must be like February or something. Early February.
It was definitely the very start of the year.
Like early 2023, and the other one's like November or something. The year before. So I must have just gone back and gone.
Yeah.
Because I prepared most of the solos.
Yeah.
There were a couple that I didn't.
Yeah.
I think. We'll find out, I suppose. We'll find out what I actually remember in this podcast series.
Yeah, but like that was pretty good. I mean, I think with that one it's like we'll see if we need we'll add more to it to see if it needs more, but I think at the end it was like, okay, it doesn't need more.
What do you mean more?
Well, because you had guitar fills in there and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know when those were added and when those were removed. I might have just forgotten that I tried that.
I think when we got to the studio to record it, we kind of forgot.
There are a couple of things that we forgot in this.
Oh
show,
yeah.
But, I mean, I don't think it added anything. I think that was just a bad decision, because it's like I've got a solo and I've got an outro tap thing.
Yeah.
I don't need more than that.
No.
I'm already singing.
Yeah.
Life's hard enough.
Yeah. It's a pretty full on. It's a pretty full on song as well. It's just having, yeah, you got the guitar solo like that. You got those type of vocals, and then a drum solo as well. It's quite a lot. And you don't want to overpower the song because then all the other songs that we do would feel underpowered. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think about it that way. I just.
Oh, okay.
I think a song's real individually.
Hmm.
Do you think of them as a collection?
Well, I like to think of them as like. Well, I don't want them. I think about them as a group of like, these songs represent each other.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Because I don't think about them individually because I don't want each song to be too individual and then they all sound completely out of whack with each other.
Huh.
But I don't want to think of them too close together because then I'll end up writing them to sound exactly the same. So I
just have a style.
Yeah, I just think of them like, okay, these are the style.
I just play guitar a certain way.
Yeah, I write bass a silly way.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got this guitar, so I think I know what you play.
You know what I play?
I think so. Well, the weird thing is like those two chords at the end of each riff, like
The A and B. Yeah.
the first time it's that. The second time it's
Yes.
the G. But
I don't play that. I still play A and B.
yeah, but that works because the B is the third of the G.
I know.
And that's just a theory, a music theory. I hate myself.
So, so there's a reason why I did that. There's a reason why I did that, and then
I thought the reason was you didn't know there were two different chords.
yes, the reason was that I didn't know what is the G chord. I didn't know what that was. So I just stuck with playing A and B.
You didn't learn that far into the alphabet.
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know what the chord was, so I was like, I'll just play what I already play, and it just worked out because it was just the major third of that G, which if you think about it from a music theory point of view, and it's just like, oh well, it makes that chord brighter, and it makes it.
Does it?
Yeah, because you're putting a major third into it. It makes it a bit brighter, and it makes it.
But it already has a major third.
Well, yeah, but I'm accenting the major third with the bass, so I'm supporting that note. I'm supporting the major third to make it seem like it's a more happy type of thing, in the context of it being quite a different tone of song. But it's also just I didn't know what you were playing because I
don't know what I'm playing either. That's the real fun of it.
I could have looked over at your guitar and be like, I know what you're playing now. But it's more fun and better for me if I don't know what the chords are, then I'm not restricted to those chords, and I can write to what sounds good rather than write to what's supposedly written down.
Oh, yeah.
Because, if I was like, oh, I'll just play A and then I'll play the G, then it's like, well, that's a bit boring. I'll just play the notes that sound good and support what the guitar's playing. So that's how I write.
I'm still trying to figure out. I just realized I don't actually know what the guitar solo is in terms of theoretical key.
Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? I was trying to figure out what mode the song is actually in.
Well, that's something weird. I don't want to know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's not E. Whatever word that. What's the normal one?
E minor.
Yeah, what's the mode of that?
Aeolian. It's
Aeolian goes good.
Aeolian's pretty good. It's not Aeolian. It's not Ionian.
No, I don't know.
I don't think it's Dorian.
It's got more in common with Phrygian or something. I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird. But then I was just trying to figure out what mode the guitar riff is in. But it's a bit bluesy because they've got so many chromatic stuff.
Well, it's E, but then it's what is that?
Yeah, it's E, but then you go to.
How does Phrygian work? It's something weird.
Well, tonic minor second.
Oh, it's sort of.
minor third. But it's not Phrygian because we've got G, G sharp, and A. Unless that third note is supposed to be like a blues thing.
I don't know.
It could be Phrygian.
You know what? That is a weird song.
It is a weird song.
That my knowledge of music theory had nothing to do with.
I don't do music theory.
I just ignored it all.
It could be like a Phrygian blues.
Well, but yeah, but it's not. I don't know what it is.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. It sounds good. That's the only point.
Someone cares.
Someone else can analyze it.
If there's any academics that want to listen to this podcast and tell us how that works, tell us how that works.
Figure it out for us.
But if you're here for academics, then
You're in the wrong place.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I do have that piece of paper that says that I'm an academic, but they might regret giving me that.
Yeah, I don't do academics. That's lame.
Should we talk about how we recorded it?
How we record it. So we went to Kurau,
Yeah.
to Sublime Studio
Well, yeah.
to record these songs. I don't know how we recorded this one. We just played the guitars and then we left.
That might be what you did. I mean, do you want to talk about the equipment used?
Oh,
Or do you not remember it?
I remember the bass equipment.
I remember most of the equipment, which is quite depressing.
We have it written down on a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I don't know where that spreadsheet is.
I know where it is.
Oh, that's my gear.
Oh, is that only your gear?
Yeah, I used a lot of gear.
So the bass, I remember the bass. It was quite lovely. It was piss.
It was piss.
It was piss. No, so I mean, I use my Line 6 Helix as my pedal board, which that arrangement of tones on my Helix has since changed. It's gone through a lot of changes. I have no idea what it was. That was plugged into a Mesa Boogie Bass 400 plus 400 plus. Very nice tube amp. I had no idea how that worked either, so I just put all the knobs at 5.
Did you?
I put all the knobs at 5 because I had no idea how the bass
Was the
amp
graphic
worked.
EQ on?
I don't know. I didn't EQ the amp at all. I just put all the knobs at 5 and was like, oh, that's a done day.
Goodness. And that was into a...
And then that was into a Mesa Boogie Powerhouse 4x10 1x15, which is a really weird looking amp. Cabinet. Speaker. You get the big 15-inch cone in the middle, and then it's got 4 10-inch speakers in the corners, which I thought looked really cool. That was mic'd with 2 microphones.
Do you remember what they were?
I don't know what the microphones were. I know where they were.
I know one of them. I think they were both... I want to say they were both clones of a Neumann U47 FET.
Probably.
I know that's what the one on the roof was.
Yeah, we had a microphone on the roof. It was because the cabinet was in like a garage space?
Yeah.
A storage space. There was a bunch of crap in there. The roof of it was tin, so the roof would like rattle when you have noises happening. So we put a microphone right up to the roof of it to record the rattling roof. And then we had the other mic, which was kind of set up like a room mic. It was like a good 12 feet away from the cabinet.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was close mic'd.
No, it was pretty far away.
Oh. I didn't pay much attention, to be honest.
It was pretty far away, so it picked up kind of the rumor sound and the ambiance and kind of that distant sound of the cabinet.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. So a lot of the bass, if you listen to the bass, it's quite tinny, and it's got that rattle to it, but it's still got that grunt.
What bass did you use on that? Because you brought the Warwick and the
So,
other one.
yeah.
The artist, fretless dude.
So I had 2 basses with me. I had my good old trusty Warwick, and then I had my fretless artist bass, which I use live. I think for that one I used the Warwick because I wanted to stay in tune.
That's not like you.
And it also, I think it sounded nicer for that song.
I'm trying to think what I used. I don't really remember, to be honest.
Well, you
For
just-
guitar, but
Well, you just went into the Marshall.
yeah, there was a couple of pedals involved.
No, there's a couple of pedals, but it was
I think it was the big noise amplification sweet as overdrive going into that,
yeah.
which is like a Paul Cochran Timmy into the front of the. It's in the corner. The Marshall 6100 30th anniversary thing on the Crunch channel that sounds like a Plexi,
Yeah.
and that was through the 2x12 with greenbacks.
Yeah.
With the Grinelli modded 57 on it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of SM57s on this
Oh,
track.
it's pretty
All
much
these.
just SM57s with the mod.
Yeah. And then Cameron used. I don't remember what guitar he used. It might have been it was either the Les Paul Custom or the Firebird, because they were the two guitars that I played.
I don't remember what Cameron was running.
Cameron must have used.
Was he using the orange?
Yeah, Cameron was using a orange Dual Terror. Is
Yeah.
it a Dual Terror?
Yeah.
The 30 watt with the dark Terror and the tiny Terror built in it.
Yeah, that's a dual terror.
I don't know which side he was using,
No.
but that was going through a. That was going through a 1x15.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That also had a Crinelli modded 57 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we put a 15 on Cameron's guitar because he doesn't do the whole mid focused thing.
Cameron doesn't use mids.
He uses mids. He doesn't use treble,
Oh, that's right.
which is well, he says that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he uses mids either. Sorry, Cameron.
So it works.
But it was to separate the guitars
Yeah.
better. And then for the lead sound on that, it was probably just the Timmy as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I stacked overdrives much on that recording.
I think so. It was a pretty dry, basic kind of.
Yeah, there's
Just crunch tone.
There's a bit of reverb,
Oh
bit
yeah.
of delay. I think I might have used an attenuator just to stop being completely silly. But yeah, Cameron I think just used the distortion from the amp, and he might have used that 335. I don't know if he used that on that. He might have.
Oh, the
The
335.
more straightforward rock stuff, I think he tended towards the 335.
It was an interesting sound from that guitar.
Well, yeah, it's worth the money
It's worth the money.
if you've got it.
Yeah.
Cameron purposely did not look up how much that guitar was worth until after he had played it.
Oh, it's the same with the Rick.
I don't know. Did he look that up?
I think
I didn't look
one
it
of I think I looked it up, or Tom told us how much it was worth, and he's just like, I shouldn't have touched that.
Yeah, there's a few pieces of equipment like that. And then Hamish used his kit, but we swapped out the snare drums a lot.
There was a few snare drums there available, and we did swap out the snare drums a lot just based on how the tone of it.
I think I did make like a mental note of that, and then forgot to write it down, and now I've got no idea.
Yeah, but there were some pretty cool snares, but we did swap them out for the different songs.
They were what? That was like a 57 on the top, 57 on the bottom, right?
Yeah,
For the snare.
it was both 57s.
And then rack tom was 57. Floor tom was a MD 421, I think.
Ah,
Kick drum was a D112 inside, I think, and a U47 FET on the outside. Or it might have been a U47 tube, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
And then the overheads were something else.
I don't know what they were.
What did we individually mic cymbals? I don't remember.
No, it was overheads.
Was it overheads?
I think so.
I don't remember.
And then we had the two room mics, which I don't remember what they were.
Oh, they were nice.
They were nice.
That's all I remember about them is they were nice, and I
Yeah.
can't afford them.
No.
Like most of the equipment. Yeah, I think for the... yeah, it was either Les Paul Custom or the Firebird. I'll have a note somewhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
No.
It's Gibson to a Marshall.
Gibson to
with
a Marshall.
with some overdrive in the middle.
Yeah, it's basically Green Day. No. No. No.
Yeah.
What about the vocal mic?
The vocal mic.
We had to, well, the way we
that was
recorded.
That was that M49, right?
The M49, yeah.
M50, M49.
No,
49.
M49.
There's a very marginal difference between the two.
Yes. Well, before that, the way we recorded was that it was all it was all four of us in the same room, and we just laid down basically the rhythm part of the song, the basic, like, this is the song.
Like you had the drums, the two guitars, the bass,
Yeah.
and then no lead guitar.
No lead. It's just like
No
this
vocal.
is rhythm
Yeah.
instruments. So we did that all in the same room, which was good. And then we did the lead bits and all the fill-in and punch-ins after the fact. Did we record all the songs like that and then do the vocals and fill-ins? Okay.
It was all like that.
It was all like that. So we did all the songs like that, and then we went back and did all the extra bits. But we did for the vocals, we did a microphone shootout because we didn't know what mic to use.
I don't remember what all of them were, but
I don't remember all of them, but it went down to a stealth.
who makes that?
I don't know. Who
Aston.
Aston.
Yeah.
Yeah, an Aston Stealth, which was like
$800.
an $800 mic, and then a Neumann M49 vintage.
Yeah, we won't talk about the price on that.
No, that was a good mic. I mean, the Stealth and the Neumann.
It was a marginal difference on
there
my
was
voice.
a big difference in price, not a big difference in the sound.
I just liked that I saturated the tube mic, the Neumann one,
Yeah,
because I think I just sang into it with enough grit, with enough power
Yeah.
that the tube was sitting there just going, ah.
But-
And then you get the harmonics,
yeah.
which I like.
I think that was the difference. Is that you with the Neumann you had the slight saturation from the tube, and then the Stealth was just, well, it's just not a tube, so there's not really that saturation. But they sounded very similar.
The Stealth's a dynamic too, not a condenser.
Yeah, so it was a slight difference, but we did go with the Neumann
Yeah.
M49.
There were a couple other mics. I think there's a ribbon,
There was a ribbon. Was
which
there?
I thought I would like a lot more than I did.
Yeah, I don't think it really sounded that great. Was there a 7B? I think there would have been.
Ooh. Maybe.
I think there was a 7B, but
There might have been a. Was it a U67? The popular Neumann.
the
The
U67.
one that everyone's like, this is the best Neumann.
Was it a 67 or 87?
87.
87.
There's a 67 too, but that's a Telefunken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Neumann 87 is just like, I can only sing into a Neumann 87. It's like, well, it's a microphone modeler. I can get that. Rawr!
Yeah, I think
But-
there was one of those. I think.
There was an 87. There was a
Yeah.
67 Telefunken thing.
Was there?
I don't know.
No, it was the M49.
Oh, that was a 49.
You think there were 5 mics?
Yeah, there's 5 mics. There's a lot of numbers for people that have no idea what these microphones are.
Well, some people will know.
Some people will know. A lot of people will just be like, I don't know what that is. We had there was 5 microphones. They were all different. 2 of them sounded the same, and we went with the 49.
I wouldn't say they sounded the same. One of them sounded marginally better.
Well, one was marginally, I don't know if it was better. I think it was different. It had that aspect to it.
I liked it better.
Well, you liked it better.
I don't know if anyone else did. Everyone else is
when
like,
we
do
were
what
there,
you want.
you came back in after we did the shootout, and you're like, I can't tell the difference, but I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we used it. And then we nearly spilt beer on it. Well, not spilt beer on it.
Oh, yeah, that'll come way later.
That was a different thing. But
That was for recording, by the way.
that was for
being
recording. We didn't
irresponsible.
just do that.
What did we sing the crowd vocals into? Because there's crowd vocals on Wayne Kerr.
Oh,
That was one of the room mics, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was the room mics or if it was the 80, the 49.
I thought we used a room mic on that. Or the talkback? I don't know.
Because I thought we had a mic in the middle of the room. I don't know what it was. I thought it was the 49 because we were too lazy to move.
No, I don't think so.
Unless it was.
Maybe
Oh,
it was.
it could have been the room mics. We might have moved the room mics.
I think we just moved a room mic.
I think we moved the room mic and used the room mic.
But that was just multiple takes of everyone in the same room just
Shouting.
screaming, and then we'd move around for each
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and we'd try to sing it with slightly different accents or whatever,
Yes.
or slightly different pitches.
You could probably hear me the loudest.
Yeah, you always do.
I can project my voice.
I hear Logan the loudest on stage too.
I hear myself the loudest. I don't like it.
Well, you'd sing quieter.
I wish I could. I'm just loud and obnoxious.
Is there anything else we need to talk about with Wayne Kerr? We've covered the lyric video.
We got the lyric video. We got
We covered the writing.
the writing of it, the sound, like the how we did all the lyrics in the video, and the. I don't think there's any much more to it.
I think that's it. I think that's good.
That's Wayne Kerr.
That is Wayne Kerr. Streaming now on stuff.
All your favorite platforms.
Wow, that was the least enthusiastic marketing that I've seen from you in at least a week.
I mean, it's just a good song. We play it live pretty well.
Yeah, actually, this will be out before most of the tour. So,
Oh yeah,
if you listen to this before the tour, come and see us on the tour.
yeah. Come and see us on the tour. We've got tour dates on our social media and website. We've got a website. We got good content. We got good music. We got business cards as well. If you run into me, ask for a business card.
Don't ask, he'll just give you one anyway.
I will give you a business card. I am a nuisance. You'll find us on tour. We're playing Dunedin, Invercargill, Christchurch. Are we doing Queenstown?
No,
We're not doing Queenstown.
you've missed Blenheim.
We're doing. I was getting there. We're doing Blenheim, and then we might do Dunedin again.
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that. We're just always in Dunedin. That's where we live.
We're gonna stop the recording before you start marketing loop spiral